Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DREWCAST, episode 71. We're going to get straight into it, guys. Before I start tonight, I do want to address the school shooting that happened in Texas and the shooting that happened at the supermarket. There's not really much to say, really. There's not really much to say. Literally, let's fix the problem. Okay, enough talking. Steve Kerr, the coach of the Warriors, kind of said it best. Enough talking. Let's just get it fixed, okay? I don't know how we do it, but let's come together as a country. Let's get it fixed, okay? It's one thing when adults get killed, which adults don't deserve to get killed. But it's another thing when kids are getting killed. You know what I mean? You know, and I there's a lot of young members of my family who they had to go to school today, and they have to go to school tomorrow, and do I feel safe knowing that? I don't, not in this climate we live in, no. It's because it's a scary thing. My heart goes out to all the victims that were involved from yesterday. And yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, Steve Kerr nailed it right on the head. No more talking, bro. And you know what pissed me off to send? When Joe Biden got on stage at the podium, and Joe Biden's like, oh, where's our backbone? Where's our backbone? What do you mean, where's our backbone, dog? You know when the media blames us for things like missing white woman syndrome? Oh, they blame us, the viewer. You guys control the news, right? So when Joe Biden said, where's our backbone? What do you mean we, dog? You make the rules. You guys make the rules. It's classic, bro. Something bad happens, where's our backbone, America? Don't talk to us like that. We don't make anything around here, bro. You know what I mean? We don't make the rules, bro. You know what I mean? Seriously. That was some fucking coward shit, bro. I don't care. Anybody wants to hop in the comment section trying to defend that. I don't give a fuck, bro. Let's fix it. For too long, it's the same people, right? The same people who poison our food, our water. Every product has cancer-causing agents in it, and we're overworked, underpaid, no universal health care. The same people who literally prey on us and they don't do anything for us. Where's your backbone? I'm gonna fucking show you where our backbone is, bud. For real, bro. Like, that's how mad I am about this situation. The same people who poison us, dude, overwork us, underpay us, no universal health care, nothing, none of that. They're saying, where's our backbone? Oh, we're gonna fucking show you, bro. We will fucking show you where our backbone's at. That's all I'll talk about this topic on a different day because there's more to say. From me and Justin, our hearts go out to the victims. And this episode is actually about two things today. We actually planned to talk about the Backrooms, which I don't know if you guys know about the Backrooms, but it's from a Creepypasta. It's completely scary. And we're going to end the episode off with the Kardashev Scale. If you guys don't know about the Kardashev Scale, it's actually very cool. Yeah, I wanted to address the school shooting in Texas because it needs to be addressed, and by everybody. Everybody has to come together for this. But we're going to move on to the topics for tonight's show because, you know, I believe there's more to talk about with that situation, but that's for a different day. You know, people are mourning right now. So Dooney, if you're watching, and some of you might not know him as Dooney, so I'm going to keep his identity a secret, but you had mentioned to me that I should do an episode about the Backrooms. So this is going to be my attempt at it. I know it goes way, way deeper than what I'm going to talk about today. There's like whole communities of people who took this creepypasta and made like their own world with it. So I actually think that part's cool because it kind of shows everybody has like a really good imagination. And we can turn like a simple creepypasta into like... So if you guys haven't heard of the Backrooms, here's another thing that's actually kind of interesting about the Backrooms. There's something called Noclipping. Basically, think about it as let's say Minecraft, the video game. You're walking around, you walk into like the wrong door, or you walk into a hole, and you basically go off the map. Like you're not in the map anymore. Like, have you seen glitches in it? Like Tony Hawk. Remember Tony Hawk used to do that sometimes, Justin? Like you'd be skating and all of a sudden you'd no-clip into like a nothingness. Yeah. Like something that doesn't exist.
A lot of people who do speedrunning games intentionally find those spots.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because if you can like skip like multiple levels or sometimes like half the game just by doing that.
Oh, so they still get back into the game?
No, like it's still, yeah, basically.
Like a shortcut.
Yeah.
One of the creepiest things about the Backrooms though, as I was like, and so I'm going to give a shout out. There's a YouTuber named Nick Crowley. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but Nick Crowley, I'll leave a link in the description. He was talking about how basically once you go into the back rooms, there's not really a way to get out. Like there is, and we're going to get into it, but there's not really a way to escape this. There is no shortcut out of this. Like basically you're kind of fucked. Right? So from the research that I did, there's 3 levels, right? I know that there's people who've made more, but you know, generally there's 3 levels to the backrooms. Level 0 is the first one, right? So basically, have you guys ever seen a picture of like just like a bunch of like yellow walls, like a carpet? It looks like really dark. There's nothing in the room. There's like it's just empty, yellow. Have you seen that picture, Edison? I will put it up too. That is what started this. Right now, a lot of people who see this picture, they get nostalgic about it, or they feel like scared when they see it, or they feel like they've seen it before, like that place feels familiar, and a lot of people end up saying that. So basically, level 0 of the backrooms is a maze of monotoned yellow rooms, each looking the same as the last, with slight variations. The carpet is moist, with a persistent scent, buzzing fluorescent lights. While walking through these rooms, you might encounter humanoid creatures that are called the hounds. They look like disfigured humans who walk on all fours. Oh, hell to the no, bro. I mean, imagine, and sometimes they say it feels like days. It feels like days you're walking through the back rooms. Months, weeks, days. And then imagine randomly you turn around and there's a humanoid creature behind you. Like, bro, no, dude. While walking through these rooms, like they said, you might encounter the hound, which, bro, come on, no. You might find a wall that's darker than the rest. That wall may lead you to the world you came from, or it goes deeper into the back rooms, or possibly the beginning of level 0. I'm going to read that again. Finding a wall that's darker than the rest may lead to the world you came from, or deeper into the back rooms, or possibly to the beginning of level 0. Imagine walking for days, bro. You're walking for days what feels like weeks. You see this, you know, a wall that's darker than the rest. You try to go through it. You go to the beginning. Come on, man. Someone basically said no one knows how you get to level 1 because right now we're in level 0. So you don't know how to get to level 1. Some people say that you either just stumble onto a door, an elevator, or a wall that takes you there. Right? You clip out of existence into this. I would think that's hell, bro. For some reason, if that was me, I'd be like, this might be hell, dog. You know what I mean? But they describe level 1 as walls and floor that are made out of concrete. Deep rumbling of machinery can be heard. Fluorescent lights still hum on this level, but they flicker. The lights flicker. And the creatures are harder to see than the first creatures, and they're more, like, aggressive, is what people say. Now, level 1 does sound like level 0, but I would not want to be walking around for what feels like days or weeks looking at that. I mean, that, to me, is just like... that's a no. That's going to be a hard no for me, bro. You know what I mean? Level 2. As you walk through level 1, the walls will start to become narrow, to the point where you're walking down long, continuous hallways. The fluorescent lights start to hum really loud. The heat from these lights make the temperature skyrocket. The hallways are claustrophobic, everything is hostile, and features no real exit point. This whole Backrooms is inspired by a creepypasta. So, and on 4chan, of course, bro. Of course, 4chan. And the comment-inspired expanded creepypasta is on the topic, which is what I think I said that in the beginning of the episode. People have added more levels to the backroom, and that's actually kind of cool. I bring up the backrooms though because we're gonna talk about, I know this is a creepypasta, right? But what if this was real? What if you literally could do this? What if there's a place that exists outside of time and space where if you, does this kind of like lead to the theory that we're in a simulation? Because if we are in a simulation, you would think that this is real. Like you could no-clip yourself into a place like this where you can't escape. I mean, that's what if this is what we're in right now? Like life. I don't know. Like that whole level of thinking is fucking creepy, bro. I know like they said it's a creepypasta, but just the fact that I believe that this probably could happen.
Remember, there's an episode of The Simpsons where he goes behind his bookshelf.
I told him
he clips into like not the back rooms per se, but it's into just like a void of like physics, right? Where it's just like the
time and space were bending.
Yeah.
Then he like take his animated self into a human world.
Yeah.
I told Emily about that last night. I said, yeah, Homer Simpson basically no clipped into. Imagine, bro, you're just going about your day. You go into the closet to throw something away, and when you come back out, you're not in the same world you were in. The thought of that is so scary, bro. Like, your life would be turned upside down, and for what? Like, what is this? Like, that is so beyond scary. I've asked the question before, like, is space scarier or is the ocean scarier? I think stuff like this is just like, like that is I can't explain to you how creepy that is. No clipping into a place where time and space doesn't exist. The reason I like the back rooms and like just talking about this in general is because if you do believe in the simulation theory and you believe we were just created by something higher than us and put here, or that we're in some type of computer or whatever you believe in, something like this, in my opinion, would make sense to exist. Like, something like this would make sense. You know, when you play video games, I know video games and life are different, but for the sake of the simulation theory, in a video game, you can no clip, or you can go into a part of the video game that just glitches. Like, it would make sense that life has that. I don't know what object or a doorway or a cave or like what on earth would let you do that, but what if it's just random? What if you just go through like that bathroom? I just go through the bathroom door, and when I come out, I'm nowhere. I'm just in like this weird fluorescent light, yellow wall, wet carpet. Like, I get the heebie-jeebies, bro. You know what I mean? Like, remember that one house, Justin, that was next to Ben's house? It was like that abandoned, like, scary house where like we went there one night, and it was that is kind of like, imagine instead of like the yellow toned wall, like it's just stuff like that. There was a guy there, wasn't there?
No, I think the creepiest thing we saw in there is it looked like there was like blood stains in the bath. I don't think there was anybody in there.
Okay, so you weren't there the second night then, right? No. Okay, so one night I went.
No, I know what house you're talking about. No, I never went there. Okay. I thought you were talking about the one that was.
It's like abandoned. It's next to Ben's house on the hill.
No, you went there. I didn't go there.
Okay.
I'm talking about the other. There's another one that was like closer to our street.
So when you go into this house, right, you go into the kitchen area, which is kind of right in front of you. And when you turn right, there's a door that leads to the basement, okay? Because there's stairs that go up. But when you go to the door that leads to the basement, you open it, there's no fucking stairs, bro. It's literally, you open this door, and it's just a black void. And whenever I swear, when I was in there with my friends, we shined a light down there, and it almost looked like there wasn't a floor. Like, imagine being no-clipped into something like that. Like, there's just nothing. And the only source of light is just this light by the door. And then as further you walk, the further the light goes. Oh, dude. Remember in Insidious? I know he wasn't no-clipping, but remember, like, it was just like this random world where he was just walking around and everything seemed to be not moving at the same time. And yeah, comment below, guys. Have you heard of the Backrooms? Are you interested in me doing more material on it? I would dive deeper on this, but like, again, Dooney, I know you're watching, and don't smile, dude. I didn't want to do too much on the Backrooms because like I'm not really like, I'm educated on it, but I'm not educated on it. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to like just run my mouth about something I didn't know too much about. I did see though, bro, that they had a Backrooms Roblox game, and that's clever, bro.
Roblox has like everything. Though.
Yeah,
that's funny as fuck.
And I saw videos of it on YouTube, and like it looked hella cool, bro. Like that looked hella cool. But yeah, as promised earlier today, I did tell you guys we were gonna talk about the Kardashev Scale. The Kardashev Scale, when I first read and heard about the Kardashev Scale, it like fascinated me. Like, and it's almost like the Backrooms. The further there's like love type 1, type 2, type 3. You know, people have theorized about type 4, type 5, type 6, type 7, right? This was originally theorized in 1964, right? So the Kardashev Scale was originally theorized in 1964, and obviously it was named after the guy who theorized it. The more research I did about the Kardashev Scale, I was like, I wonder where Earth is. Are we a type 1, right? You would think that, you know, Earth would be a type 1, but no, we're actually at 0.72. So a lot of people, like scientists and stuff, they theorize that in the next 100 years, that's when Earth will be a type 1 civilization. Which if you've never heard of this, a type 1 civilization is they can harness all the energy that reaches its home planet. So and I guess Earth is almost there. So the more I dug into it, like there's type 2. So type 2 is they can collect the energy from a host star, which would be like, I'm assuming the sun. Yeah. And they have 10 billion times more power than a type 1 civilization. A type 3 civilization can collect much of its energy from all the stars in the galaxy. Can you imagine doing that? The galaxy is huge, by the way. Okay. So if a civilization was able to get all the energy from the stars in its galaxy, you can't. I don't think you can fuck with the type 3 civilization, bro. You know what I mean? Like, If let's say you're in the that corner of the galaxy and they're coming from that corner, if they can get all this energy from all the stars, you're not really fucking with them, dude. You know what I mean? But I would like to believe that if a civilization got to type 3, that they wouldn't be like warmongering. I don't know. I have like this really big belief that if like aliens were able to travel great distances across the universe and visit other planets and basically become a type 3 civilization, I kind of want to believe that they wouldn't be like war and killing people.
I think they, in the video me and you watched, to mention that like we kind of like grow outside of all of our
like
our ways.
You kind of have to, man. We've talked about this before, but if you want to travel the universe and meet other galaxies and people from other galaxies and explore the huge amount of stars and stuff we have, you kind of have to get rid of the whole hate thy neighbor thing, you know? Like, humans are really, really bad at that, by the way. Like, I've already touched on this before, but like, you know, a lot of people, they can't even handle when certain people breathe around them. So again, I would hope a type 3 isn't like that, you know what I mean? But the scary thing is, what if they were, Edison? You know, nothing's out of the realm of possibility here, but like, there probably is a civilization who's hella evil, bro, and they probably travel and they destroy, bro. Like, that wouldn't surprise me, man. And you couldn't really stop them if they got to type 3. I don't think you could. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think you could. And I guess type 4, type 5, you know, let's just up the ante here, right? Type 4 is probably harnessing the power from their universe instead of that galaxy, right? Then a type 5 is harnessing the power of the multiverse. So not just your universe, but all the universes. But today in particular, though, I wanted to talk about a type 7, because a type 7 civilization would travel, transcend, and ultimately oversee or be the Omniverse, which is the collection of every single universe, multiverse, megaverse, paraverse, all 11 dimensions, and the first realm and reality. Everything in the Omniverse, and there's only one Omniverse. So basically, existence. Type 7 is basically just existing. So like, does everything just come full circle? Basically everything just makes one complete circle, in my opinion. If type 7 is just existence itself, we get to such a high point with consciousness and what we do, we just circle back, bro. Come on. Hey, I've told you this before, but remember when I told you I had like, again, this is a disclaimer, because I'm not encouraging people to do shrooms, and especially like kids and stuff, but I do shrooms for spiritual reasons. But when I did my shrooms before and I was able to sit there and like experience the full trip, it showed me that, bro. It showed me what a type 7 is, dude. I think once you get to that point of consciousness, you create life, right? That life creates life, and that life starts to gain more consciousness, and they build more, and they become type 1, type 2, type 3, and they become that, and it just starts to circle. And that's just probably what life is, dude. It's just the universe experiencing itself, dude, and it's just gonna keep doing that forever. It's gonna just keep, you know what I mean? We talked about this on, I don't know if you guys like Dutch Bros or not, but I don't want to make this a debate. We were on the way to Dutch Bros, and I had told Justin, I was like, hey, you know, if you think about it for a second, everything in the universe kind of does the same thing in a way. Like, it lives and it dies. Even the stars, even the suns, and our sun will eventually die. Our planet will eventually not exist anymore. Everything that you did on this planet won't matter. That's scary to think about, isn't it? Right? Like, we
kind of just, I don't know if we mentioned it last episode, but basically that, like, death is inevitable, and it kind of either gives life meaning or like strips life of all meaning.
Yeah, that's, and I don't know what Chainsaw would choose, actually, but you know, think about it from this perspective. Like, civilization would try to reach type 1, type 2, type 3, right, or type 7, and it just doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. In the end, I mean, you talked about this at Dutch Bros, like, everything dies. It's like a cycle. Like, the sun will die eventually, Earth, us, animals, plants. What comes from that death, right? And a lot of people have even said that they think the Big Bang that's what the Big Bang is. The previous universe expanded, boom, came in and expanded back out. Like, that's also when I know I don't like referring back to my shroom trip, but like, you know, when I did my trip, it showed me that, man. It showed me that from the beginning of time to the end of time, it's just going to be one continuous circle, right? And the point of this is to exist. Just experience it. Let's see how far we can go and try it again. I mean, Nothing lasts forever, technically. So would someone in a type 7 civilization even be immortal? Or would they have transcended this? And it's not even just, it's not a person, it's nothing, it's just consciousness. Like, what if consciousness is just, it gets pretty creepy, dude. You know, not to scare people, but yeah, like, you got to think about it this way. If everybody was told that there's nothing after this, we don't know where you go after this. You might be reincarnated, you might not. No one knows. If everybody was told that, would we act better? Or would we just double down on the shitty stuff we've been doing?
I think you would just double down.
Which is weird. You know what I mean? A lot of people just don't question things, right? Like, none of us question anything. Like, we're just on a rock floating through space. You know, the spot in space that Earth was at a year ago to send will never be there again. It keeps expanding. And what are we expanding into? What is outside of the observable universe? What is this, bro? Like, no... You know, the people do question it, but the people who question it and like want to find answers, they get drowned out. They get drowned out by all the BS and people who just like, they don't have any interest in figuring out what this is. And you might not be able to figure out what this is. Maybe that's the point. And a type 7 civilization, you wouldn't even need to care about those type of answers. Because existence is just what it is. Like, that's just what life is existence and consciousness. You know what I mean? And I could have done type 4, type 5, and type 6. But, like, again, from type 1 going on, there's just, like, okay, the host of your, you know, the energy of your home planet, the energy of your host star, the energy from your galaxy, your universe, the multiverse. But if you came across a civilization that can harness the power of the multiverse, who's stopping them? You know, like...
Well, one of them that me and you saw, it said that they can harness the energy from fucking black holes or, like, dying planets. So, like...
Who's stopping them, dude? What if they had bad intentions?
Like, how do you... The fact that you can come up with something that even does that is fucking mind-blowing.
Let's just hope that a type 4, type 5, type 6, or 7 civilization doesn't have any bad intentions. Because you how would you even stop that? You couldn't. And can multiple civilizations become a type 4? Can multiple become a type 5? Like, how would multiple be able to become a type 5? Could you have 2 civilizations be a type 5 civilization? Could you even have multiple be a type 7? That's actually something very interesting to talk about. And you know, when they did talk about the black holes, weren't they theorizing that the black hole takes everything around it and puts it into a different universe, thus creating the multiverse? Like, they think that it takes...
I don't remember.
All that stuff's fascinating, guys. That stuff's creepy as fuck, dude. Yeah, that's tonight's episode. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys were interested in any of these topics, I have no problem revisiting them. And in fact, this type of stuff it's cool, man. We're pushing the boundaries on like art and like and talk and speech. I could sit up here every week, because I said this was a comedy podcast at first. I could sit up here every week and bullshit with you and make stupid jokes every week, and which I like jokes, by the way, but I could do that. And then there's some weeks where I'm like, you know, hey, the Texas shooting was weighing heavy on my heart. I gotta address it. Space, this stuff is so cool to talk about, because I don't really know many people who talk about this. So this type of stuff, like, I think it's important for humans to talk about. You know, I don't want to lose why we're here in the first place, which is experiencing and exploring. Sorry for the shorter episode, guys. This week, Justin's going to Arizona by himself. Not by himself, but I'm not going. So, you know what I mean? We're dropping a song this week. So we have that to look forward to. We have this. Guys, the TikTok's doing good, bro. So, you know what I mean? Go check me out on TikTok. Obviously, we're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts for the people who don't like my face. Psych. But for the people who enjoy audio platforms more. Yeah, and bro, this song that we have coming out, guys, I feel so confident about this song, dude. This song is gonna be a banger, dude. Like, you know what I mean? I talk highly about all my songs, but this one, bro, I was vibing to it the other night, and I forgot that it wasn't me. Like, for a second, bro, I thought I was listening to someone famous, dude. That's how fucking good you killed it too, by the way, Dustin. The other night I was vibing and shit, you know what I mean? And I was like, bro, for a quick fucking second, it hit me. Bro, while listening to it, I was like, this is us? What? Why aren't we famous yet, dog? You know what I mean? Like, when you were like doing your double time and your multis, but your bars too, I was like, bro, can someone stop fucking around and get Justin signed? Like, what are we doing, dude? But yeah, you know what I mean? But yeah, he's going to Arizona, so wish him good luck, because, you know what I mean? It's hot out there, and Ben's out there too, and he's probably gonna see this and laugh. And I didn't mean to make you laugh, Ben, because you laugh at everything. But this guy, you know the friend that like literally laughs at everything. Like, you can say poop, and like we're 30 years old still laughing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's how easy it is to make you laugh, bud. You know what I mean? But like right now, poop. He's probably laughing, dude. When you show him this in Arizona, he's probably like, fuck, dude. Your brother's so stupid, dude. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's tonight's episode, guys. Thank you for joining us. And again, until next time, peace.